Good evening and Happy New Year. The season Upper St. Clair varsity kicks off tonight. It's fall in October. From your Panthers television network, from the Ice Castle in Castle Shannon, from the High Def Cable 7 channel Panthers television network, I'm Kurt Caruth along with John Sarabella, where your Upper St. Clair varsity Panthers will take on the Tornadoes from Butler. It must be hockey season because it's cool here again on a beautiful fall day. And the Panthers are with several injuries here. Our big-time goaltender, Max Derora, is out with a hamstring injury. And we will take the place in goal will be number 21, Eschrick, a new addition to the varsity team. And he is a defenseman normally, but will don the pipes. And I believe he played a little bit of goal in the roller hockey arena. So we'll see how the Panthers do here tonight. Flanked by and we're going to have a stop and play already. They have 0 time on the clock, so we've got to set that obviously for 15 minutes here. But a late game here on Thursday night, 9 o'clock. And we're set to redrop the puck here again. 15 minutes here in the first. Panthers moving right to left on your high definition dial and donning their home white uniforms, trimmed in black and red. And the Butler team looking a little like the Pitt Panthers gold trim with their blue uniforms trimmed in white and gold. Couple suspensions also being served from last season in the playoff loss to Mount Lebanon. Bagdy and Gideon will serve one first of their 2-game suspension here this evening. Puck is picked up by Pennington, and he's going to rag it into the corner, and a big heads-up play there by number 22, Captain Rocky Sersosimo. Oh, good centering pass here goes by the mark, and it's going to be picked up again in the corner. And a big hit by number 8. And once again, number 8 is going to be donned by a Surma, Eric Surma. Last season, number 17. And number 8 was Jack Surma. So they'll carry on the number 8 tradition here in St. Clair. Centering pass wide open to number 42, Barrett Kibe. And we'll be hearing a lot of that number, a big force, number 42 for our Panthers. Also a member of the 1993 Hornets team. And the Hornets team is ranked number 1 in the country. So Barrett Kibe, a new varsity player here, number 42. Good centering pass, but nobody home. And that's going to be picked up here by number 9 for our Panthers, James Joyce. And boy, that's a name from the past. You remember the Joyce name here in St. Clair, Ian Joyce. And James Joyce, a senior this year, has decided to come back and play on the varsity team. A big addition and a big-time goal scorer here for the Upper St. Clair Panthers. Joyce also a member of the Junior Pens along with McKelvey. Play is going to be taken by number 81, Adam Bogart, another new name here in the varsity ranks. Throws it over to a familiar player here on the left wing, McKelvey, number 82, with the hair flowing out of the helmet. Taken behind the goal by number 28, Theo Schneiders. Centering pass and a good save here by Eschrick, and they'll tie it up for a stop and play and a face-off to the right of goaltender Eschrick with 12:32 to go here in the first, 0-0. Many new faces as well on the bench for the Panthers. New head coach and assistants this year, coached by Dave Fryer here, a former Cannon McMillan program. And he's going to be helped out by assistant coach Ron Steedle, who has 20 years experience from the Shaler program. And Lou beyond Saniello, easy for me to say, was the head coach of our JV team and has come from the Gateway program. And we're going to have the first penalty here of the season, a slashing call at the 11:55 mark. And Butler's going to get the gate here, and the Panthers will go on their first power play opportunity of the 07-08 season. Faceoff's going to be taken by number 97, Bourgeois. Just an absolute fabulous name for a hockey player, and that's going to come off his blade on the left-handed shot. He's going to rag it in the corner. Looks for a centering pass, and in front, nobody home. Going to be taken, wheeled around, but a good play at the point. Kept in by James Joyce, and he's donning the number of his brother, number 11. So the Joyce brothers and the Surma brothers continue with the 11 and 8 numbers in St. Clair. Upper St. Clair had another number retired this offseason at the banquet last year, a number 5, Brian Weaver, and many of you may remember that name. The Weaver family of St. Clair involved in the tragic flight of 427 U.S. Air that went down probably 10 years ago. So Brian Weaver and Ryan Malone, the two retired Upper St. Clair jerseys. .106 remains in the man advantage. Good cross-rink pass to James Joyce, who will quarterback the situation on the left point. Shot in front, it's loose, and a good rebound opportunity there. Comes right back in front, and a heads-up play there by Butler. And be careful here as the Tornadoes break back, and a shot by, looks like Rechtel, takes it into the corner where Gralty will play it. Unable to get it out. Oh, and a heavy hit there. And he puts the player on his wall at number 42, Barrett Kibe, throwing his weight around here early. Play is loose, comes back to the point where Joyce will corral it. 22 to go in the man advantage. Good cross-ice pass back to the point. A wrister looking for Sir Sosimo, but nobody home. Picked up by Kibe, and he's going to get the motor going. A power move of his own, and a good save in front. Play is deflected in the corner, and that'll do it. 2 to go here. And the Butler Tornadoes successfully kill their first shorthanded situation. Picked up by number 19, DeGangi, and a first look at him. Oh, and a giveaway here. Be careful here. Shot on. What a save. And a big-time save by Estrick. And he looked pretty good as he cut the angle. And a big first-time shot and a big save by number 21, Estrick, in goal. Faceoff will be to the left of Estrick, controlled by Upper St. Clair, taken by McKelvey down the right wing. He loses control of the puck, and that's going to be picked up by number 46, Double. Looks like we have a delayed offside here. Taken by Bourgeois around the corner to McKelvey. Finally, Butler checks back up on side, and once again, the hitting is ferocious where St. Clair has the physical edge here. Looks like the speed advantage. Big time move here. Oh, tries a wraparound back to the point. Surma with a drive. And a good play by Eric to keep it in at the right point. Panthers look very hungry here. Want to strike early at the 8:55 mark. Still scoreless. Taken in the corner. Back to the left point. Dumped back in by number 28, Schneiders. And finally back to the neutral ice zone where Serma will take it and the Panthers will do a wholesale line change. 8:33 to go here in the first. Picks up a head of speed where Goepfert's going to take it. Oh, once again, Kaib throwing his weight around here. Finally going to be picked up by Kaib back to center, and he outlets the pass to the right wing. Play is loose, and Kaib has to touch back up. Actually, Sersosimo puts himself in offside, and we'll have a stop and play with 8:13 to go here in the first. 0-0. Looks like a powerhouse line out here right now with Sersosimo, Kaib, and Joyce on the right wing, flanked by number 72, Robbie Schneid, and number 81 on the right defense, Adam Bogart. Taken by Pennington, number 41, and he gets the motor going, leaves it for Wolf. Centering pass, oh, and it comes loose. And a good heads-up play again by Esherick as that pretty much banked off each side of his pad, but a good heads-up save in front, and he'll cover up. And we'll have a stop and play at the 7:44 mark. Welcome back, John Sarabella, and we've got some new camera, high definition, and a special thanks to Glenn at Channel 7 for coming out and showing us how it works. Unfortunately, I didn't get my wireless microphone, so John's got his high def and I've got the old microphone. Oh, 2-on-1 develops here. Oh boy, Gralty with an excellent opportunity, and that came off his blade as he had McKelvey streaking down the right wing on an open 2-on-1, unable to control. Good heads-up play there by Butler as they're going to bank it back to center here, where Bechtel was unable to play it once again. Big hit by McKelvey, and he puts Bechtel on his wallet. Taken back by the defense, and a good heads-up play by Butler. Oh, a little bit of a scrap with McKelvey, and he's all over the ice. Kept in neatly by DeGanzi. Oh, and a nice shot on, kicked aside by the goaltender. I think that's Justin O'Donnell in goal for Butler. Trying to get a look at his number. Number 13, I believe, is Justin O'Donnell. Play is cleared out of the zone. Icing's going to be waved off, and a race for it where Gralty's going to get there first. Got an opportunity, and he tries to take it himself. Centering pass, nobody home. Gralty still controls. Back to the point where DeGangi takes a shot on, score! And the first goal of the season's going to go to James Joyce. And a beautiful heads-up play from DeGangi in the corner. And Joyce is going to tickle the twine, and the Panthers get off to a 1-0 lead. Sure, if I said James Joyce, I meant James Klein. James Klein? Good. Did I make the right call? Okay. Number 11, James Klein. I'm sorry. I knew what I was thinking. I knew what I was thinking, but James Klein's going to get the tally, number 11. And here's James Joyce with a shot, number 9. Boy, and a good heads-up play there by the goaltender, O'Donnell. And number 74 is going to rag it back in, Glover. And the Panthers look hungry here. Looks like we're going to have a holding situation here where Butler's going to get shorthanded here once again by number 77. Elsas, and the Panthers will go on their second man advantage here. So 1-0. James Klein with the first tally of the season. And the Panthers will go on their power play at the 5:30 mark here, remaining in the first period. Taken by Joyce, and a good centering pass right on the tape to Kaib, and boy, can he get the motor going. What a power move of his own. And man, we're going to see some big things out of number 42, Barrett Kibe here. What a move. And a big time save there by O'Donnell. Cleared the length of the ice and he bats it out. And it looks like we'll have a face-off here at center ice, as the referee deemed that stick was above the shoulder. And the Panthers will have a quick change here with 1:33 to go in the man advantage. 5:02 remains in the first period. They'll take that face-off all the way back into the attack zone for Butler, since an Upper St. Clair player batted it down. Face-off is controlled by Butler, and they ram it down deep. Another giveaway here at center. Oh, and a big collision there. And Kibe goes down, and number 27 will go down. Oh, another power move of McKelvey, and he crashes the goal. And they're going to take this face-off outside the circle as well. And a big-time power move by McKelvey, but unable to control. And we'll have a face-off outside the blue line. Face-off controlled again by Butler, and they're going to ram it home, where Esherick will play it, where he'll leave it for number 19 to Ganji. Good outlet pass to number 82 on the left wing, and all right on the stride, taken by number 33 for the Panthers. Bourgeois will pick up the mail here, and a good blind pass goes right on the tape to McKelvey, and he'll dance with it here in the corner. He'll take a big move of his own, and a good heads-up play there in the corner by number 72 for Butler, Gepfert. Shot cross-ice pass goes to Klein. Left-handed shot. Tries to feather it, comes right back into the middle. Bourgeois with a rebound, nobody home. Back to Klein, he shoots and scores. And Richie Klein's brother, now James, gets the tally and gets the first two strikes. And boy, they've got me going here with the same old numbers. James Klein, number 11, donning the jersey number of Richie. And Klein, the big-time scorer. 2 goals here in the first, and I'm pretty sure that was a power play goal. So at the 3:50 mark, the Panthers strike twice and enjoy a 2-0 lead here in the first. Face-off controlled by the Panthers. And one of the things you can honestly say, John, is when the Panther teams of old get that lead, they get very hungry. And look at this guy skate. Where in the heck was he at last year? I think Kibe was on the junior varsity team. But as you've seen, that growth spurt that sometimes happens, John, between the 9th and 10th and 11th grade is just absolutely phenomenal. And it looks like the Panthers are going to be whistled with a penalty of their own here. We've got a charging call. And Butler will go on their first power play here of the evening. And it looks like number 22, Rocky Sersosimo, will get the gate. 2 minutes for charge. .313 to play here in the first. Face-off controlled neatly by the Panthers. Going to be taken by Gralty in the corner. Back to the point, but unable to get it out, and kept in neatly by Butler. A shot on. Good save by Esherick. Rebound. He shoots and scores. And they answer quickly. They'll score within the first 15 seconds here, and Butler gets on the board to cut the gap to 2-1, and Esherick made the first save, but they jammed home a rebound, and Butler gets right back in the game, 2-1. Oh, here we go again, and a penalty by Butler quickly right out of the gate. A tripping call here, and boy, the Turkeys right back here on the table for Upper St. Clair, and they will enjoy their third power play here of the first period with 2:55 to go in the first. Panthers will send out Sersosimo, Gralty, and Kibe with DeGangi and James Joyce. I like that, a forward on the left point to quarterback. So you've got four offensive players, and John, a defensive father, does not like that move. It's a new generation of hockey, John. It's all about offense. Until they score a shorthanded goal. Kibe's going to take the puck, and boy, does he get the motor going. Boy, quite a stick handler. He's going to take it end to end. A big move of his own, and he takes it across the streak, and the Butler player goes in the goal, and they're clamoring for a little bit of an interference. We got a breakaway situation here. Shorthanded, shot on, what a save, and it's loose. No goal, it was on the goal line. And Esherick almost put the puck in himself as he was going backwards, but cleared neatly away by the defense, and the Panthers dodge a huge bullet here. And again, a very aggressive power play that led into a shorthanded breakaway situation. Esherick coming up big here, number 21 in the pipes. And here comes Sersosimo streaking. What a big move, shot. And that's going to be kicked into the corner, and a good save by O'Donnell. Taken in the corner again, and he's pulled down, no call. Picked up here by number 51 for Butler, and he's taken off the play by Kibe. Back to James Joyce, banks it off his skate. Collision at center, picked up by Gralty. Neat pass to Sersosimo. Play's going to be loose, and back to center, where Surma will field it. Eric Surma with a neat cross ice pass to James Joyce, number 9. And he'll lead the rush back to center. Feather pass over to Kibe. Piece of tape on the ice, looked like a mouthpiece. Still loose, back to the point, a heavy shot, rebound in front, shot on, score! And now we've got James Joyce getting the tally on a beautiful play by number 42, Kibe, and Joyce was there to pick up the rebound. And another power play goal with 48 seconds to go in the first. And that's exactly what the Panthers needed to answer. And they are 2 out of 3 on the power play for the season. .48 to go. Panthers lead 3-1 here in the first. Shot on again, saved by Esherick. Shot on, score. Once again, Esherick makes the first save and a backbreaker, and Butler comes right back and answers quickly on a rebound play, and he went top shelf on Esherick. And the Butler Tornadoes get right back in the game, 3-2. Well, you hate giving those goals up, John, in the last 60 seconds of a period, and we had actually 2 goals, one by our own Panthers, and a backbreaker here to get it back within 1 here as Panthers enjoy a 3-2 lead. 23 seconds to go here in the first. Neat play there by McKelvey as he's going to pick the Butler's player's pocket. Outlet pass goes too far from Bourgeois, but that shot's going to go right on, and they'll stop and play. And with 9.4 seconds to go, we'll face it off to the right of goaltender number 13, O'Donnell. Time flies. It's hard to believe. I think, John, we're in our fifth or sixth season here at the Panthers Television Network, and the only thing good about hockey, the only thing bad about hockey starting is golf season is over. But it has been some October weather, that's for sure. 200 more days like the ones we've had, and we'll call it San Diego. First period will come to a close Panthers enjoy a 3-2 lead on a very exciting offensive-filled first period. Very impressed on the speed of the Butler team. A very short bench, but they seem to have a pretty quick start, and they have been able to finish quickly. 2 goals, and to Butler's credit, they have answered quickly after the Panthers have scored on both of their goals. Yeah, John, you bring up a good point about the rebounds, and that's, again, a testimony to the Butler team. But basically, the rebound situation is going to have to be where our defense comes in and helps Esherick pick up the mail as he's trying his first game here. So Max DeRoer out with an injury. We also have C.J. Murray, a 9th grader forward. He's out with an injury, and we have 2 serving a suspension. So Panthers shorthanded themselves with 4 players out. Big time move by Kibe here, and he's going to take a power move of his own right down into the slot, but unable to control. Shot goes wide. Right back to Sersosimo with a drive, and that's sticked aside to the corner. Helped out by Joyce. Played in the corner by number 77, Elsas. Play a little bit chippy here where Joyce will try to lead the rush out, unable to control. Nice ability here to go, and Bechtel takes the play into the corner. Little tight checking game here in the second for the first 1 minute. Good move here by Joyce as he'll rag it in his offensive right corner. Play comes around the corner and a big move up by number 72, Schneed. Finally going to be corralled by Wolf, and he'll take it behind goaltender O'Donnell, and he'll try to lead a rush out. Taken back to the center ice, assistant captain, number 41, back to the point. Shot's going to go wide. Good play there by Sersosimo as he'll bank that back to the corner. Taken in the corner by number 81 for our Panthers, Bogert. Sersosimo tries to chip it back to the point. Cano, a centering pass. Be careful here. Backhanded shot goes over the net of goaltender number 21, Esherick. Finally going to be picked up by Kibe, and he's going to lead a rush back to center. And boy, when he gets the motor going, looks a little bit like Ian Joyce of old when he gets the motor going. And boy, what a skater number 42 Kibe is. Back to the point. And good old number 55. Boy, do we remember that number. Chris McDonough. And that's now being worn by defenseman 10th grader number 55, Mitch Lewis, for our Panthers. Probably one of my all-time favorite Upper St. Clair varsity defense. Not sure where Chris is at. I'm sure he's still probably playing baseball somewhere. Back where? Now in Ohio, maybe? I know he had a stint down south for a while, but quite a baseball player. Probably now a sophomore. And I believe he's playing somewhere in the state of Ohio. Not sure what university. Taken by Glover. Oh, and he takes a big move. Backhanded shot. Oh, and he failed to get that off. And might have been able to pull that trigger a little bit sooner and had a good opportunity to tie this at 3. Puck came off his backhanded stick and was unable to get it on shot on goal. And we'll have a stop and play here with actually Butler on a power play. I missed the penalty here. Number 42 Kibe has got a 2-minute minor, and unfortunately we don't have the goals or penalties being announced here. So we will have to work overtime here in the booth. Guts has 1 minute and 18 seconds remain in his 2-minute minor. Butler skating 5-on-4, and Bourgeois, a beautiful play to clear at the length of the ice. And number 13, O'Donnell, will touch it up and leave it for the defenseman, number 77. Back to Bechtel, right on the tape of Pennington, and he streaks in, and oh, what a big-time play there by Sarma. And he gives up the body to make a beautiful defensive effort and force Pennington's shot wide. And we'll have a stop and play with 11:37 to go here in the second. And 48 seconds now remains in the Butler man advantage. Taken by Pennington, controlled by Butler. Going to leave it for Wolf, number 27. He's unable to control, and you could hear a quick ow out on the ice where Wolf realized he made a play and didn't connect. Back to the point. Wolf with the shot just goes wide. Finally taken out of the zone where number 46 double will take it. Leaves it for Pennington. And he's got Wolf streaking. He's going to take a power move of his own. Pennington with a shot. Oh, big right pad save by Esherick, and a good clearing play by the Panthers. And boy, I'll tell you what, big time save there. And fortunately, that rebound came right out in front, but was cleared away by a Panther defense. Taken by Pennington when the power play is over. We're back to skating 5-on-5. Dumped into the corner by Pennington. Looked to be picked up by number 51, Bechtel. And the Panthers lead back a rush 3-on-2. Leaves it for McKelvey. Oh, and a nifty little break up there by number 46, Bechtel. And we'll have a stop and play. 46 was double, I'm sorry. And we'll have a stop and play with 10:22 to go here in the second. And they're going to bring it all the way back into the Butler zone. And they'll have a face-off to the left of goaltender O'Donnell. Panthers enjoy a 3-2 lead. Back to the point. Oh, deflected several times on the way in, and Bogert with a beautiful shot. Comes back to the defense where he'll take a spinorama move and a good heads-up play and a beautiful forechecking effort by the Butler Tornado number 3 Master. Play comes back to the neutral ice zone where it's picked up by number 77 Elsas. Banks it around the corner. And boy, I tell you, for Butler having a very short bench, and they've only got, John, 7 players on the bench, so they're fielding a 12-man roster, seem to have a pretty good jump in their step here, and we'll have to see how that carries over into the third period. One of the strengths, again, of Panther teams of old is they've been able to wear down their opponents in the third period, but this Butler team seems to be able to skate with Upper St. Clair. Here comes Klein with 2 goals on the evening. Oh, and he's looking for the HT. And that's going to go by the mark, and a big-time power move of his own, James Klein, but unable to control. And we're going to have a stop and play with 9:16 to go here in the second. Face-off controlled by Butler, but intercepted by number 82 McKelvey on the right wing. Banks it behind the goal on a little nifty give and go. Nobody in front. Looking for Gralty. Going to be helped out by Bourgeois behind the goal. Banked around the corner and kept in neatly by Gralty, and finally back to center. Uh-oh, be careful here. Pennington's going to wrist it. Oh, and another nifty save there in front by the defense. Panthers, a little bit of a giveaway here, but have been able to get back into the play where number 55, Lewis, in the corner mixing it up. Taken by number 28, Anthony Sarabella's old number. now being worn by Theo Schneiders. And one thing I can do is remember old numbers, not only of Panthers of old, but Pirates and Steelers alike. Number 28 for the old Pirates. How about Steve Blass? Special shout out to a longtime listener and current coach on the Pittsburgh Penguins, Eddie Johnston. We call him Coach on the golf course. EJ, a longtime listener. And a shout out to you. He says he listens to the broadcast all the time. And now we're in high definition. Boy, I'm very impressed with number 42. First look at Barrett Kibe here. I've heard a lot of good things about him in the offseason, and I can see why. This guy is not only physical, but he can skate. 7:41 to go here, and they lead the rush back, and boy, it almost looked like that went in short side. I think it hit the back of the net. Going to carry him back to center where Kibe is unable to control. Delayed offside where Surmer's going to pick up the mail, and he'll lead the rush over the blue line. Leaves it back for Kibe. And he just a physical player here. He's going to take a power move of his own. It's loose. Oh, boy, and a quick whistle, and that puck shot out in front. And Butler dodges a bullet here as they're falling all over the ice. A little bit of extracurricular, but they'll skate away. And we'll have a face-off to the right of O'Donnell with 7:16 to go here in the second. Panthers lead 3-2. Face-off controlled by the Panthers. Shot right on and attempted clear by Butler is stopped at the left point by Schneid. Taken back to center here where a pair of 72s are on the ice. That's going to be put in with a high stick on the puck. So they'll whistle it dead with 6:56 to go here in the second. Face-off taken and controlled by Butler, and they'll bank it back into the defense zone of the Panthers. Picked up by number 81 for Panthers, Bogart. Nice nifty cross ice pass to Bourgeois, but he's unable to control. Bogart will chip it back in, and the Panthers will have to wait to get onside, which they do. Loose puck there. Almost picked up by McKelvey, and finally going to be skated back by Pennington, number 41. And a big-time defensive hit there, and a good play. And looks like we might have an interference call here on the Panthers. And with 6:21 to go here in the second, Gralty's going to get the gate. 2 minutes for interference. And Butler will go on there. Second or third power play of the evening. Face-off controlled neatly by the Panthers, and that's going to be banked out of the rink, and we'll do it all over again. And they're going to take that face-off outside the zone as they deemed that was deflected by a Butler tornado. Thus the play. Oh, be careful there. Boy, a little hit from behind there, and it was, you can almost remember the days, John, of the old stop signs where they used to put the stop sign above the number to try to stop the player from checking, and that's a very, very vulnerable position to be in. And Kibe will get whistled for a 2-minute hit from behind. And the Panthers now find themselves shorthanded for the next 1:45, shorthanded by 2 players. Well, the turkey's on the table, and the risk you run here, John, is that if indeed Butler scores within the next minute 30, that power play will come off the board, and they still will have a 1-man advantage and a good chance for Butler to get 2 goals. But Panthers indeed, James Joyce with a tremendous forechecking effort here. Killing off 30 precious seconds, and he's got 4 guys on him and no stick, and all 5 Butler players had to corral around the puck. Oh boy, that looked offside too, and in ahead of the play, the 10-10 pizza must be ordered. And a big break there for Butler. Be careful here, it's loose. And a good save by Esherick, and the play will get whistled down. And with 5:05 to go here in the second, we're going to have a stop in play as the Panthers try to kill a 2-man disadvantage. Well, boy, now we've got a 3rd penalty. Eric Serm is going to get the gate. I didn't see what the call was. Interference. And thus, what this means now is you can't have a 3-man disadvantage, so you now have a stacked penalty situation where the actual 2-minute penalty will commence once the 45-second penalty comes off the board. So once again, the Panthers in a very dire straits here. Panthers enjoy a 3-2 lead in a very evenly matched game here with 5 minutes to play, and they got a quick whistle here again. Not sure if it was interference inside the crease, and they're going to take the face-off outside the zone, so you might have had, goaltender interference here. Very slow moving, kind of like an NBA last 2 minutes of a game here. The last minute seems like this clock has been at 4 to 5 or 6 minutes for the last 20 minutes. Good play there by the Panthers as they clear the zone. 25 to go in the first 1-man disadvantage, but the Panthers unfortunately still will be shorthanded by 2 men for about a 15-second period. Saved by Esherick, and he kicks it away, but unable to clear. Back to the point, double with a shot and a big save by Esherick. 7 seconds to go in the first man disadvantage, tied up in the corner, and that'll do it for the 1 penalty, and the Surma penalty now kicks on for 2 minutes and clears the zone. 9 seconds to go, John, here in the 2-man disadvantage. Looks like the Panthers are going to dodge a huge bullet here, and now the Panthers will be shorthanded by 1 man for the next 1:44. Shot's going to go whistling wide, and it comes all the way outside the zone. And Butler unable to cash in on a 1 minute and 45-second 2-man advantage. And the Panthers now have to kill off an additional 1:21 here in the second period. Kybal chase number 46 double for it, and he crushes him in the corner. Puck comes loose, and a good effort there by Double as he corrals it back to the defense. 1:05 remain in the Butler man advantage. Going to take a 9-iron and chip it back into the zone. Played out by number 55, Mitch Lewis. Unable to get it out back to the point where Elsas takes a drive, and that's going to go wide. Be careful here as Esherick unable to stop. Shot on, score! And that'll be a power play goal, and I tell you, unfortunately, the inexperience of the goaltender kind of lost his edge, John, and kind of found himself without a stick, and Esherick was forced back into his own goal, and when the shot went on, he basically was already in the net. So a tough break there for our own goaltender. But boy, Butler is just bringing it here in the second half of the second period, and the Panthers indeed unable to get out of a hairy situation, but fortunately only one goal was scored where they literally had a two-man advantage for almost 2 minutes. Well, the Panthers, we're going to see what they're made of here early. McKelvey takes a drive. Oh, and he had a golden opportunity and kind of lost his edge at the last second. He takes a brilliant move right into the slot. And McKelvey unable to control and finish the deal, and stopped by number 13, O'Donnell. And we're going to have a face-off to the left of O'Donnell with 2:55 to go in a 3-3 tied game. Shot right on again. I'm not sure who number 33 is for the Panthers. Not on the roster. I'll have to check on that for the third period. Banked around the corner where it's picked up by Butler, but unable to get it out. Surma with a nifty play to keep it in. Back to McKelvey. And he fights off a check and tries to dance with the puck at waist high. Looking for James Klein in the corner. Unable to control. Nice play by Eric Surma. Panthers doing an excellent job on the forecheck with 2:20 to go here in the second. Picked up by Klein, who has 2 goals here on the evening. Big time check in the corner. And boy, the physical play has really been picked up here by the Panthers. Going to be banked in the corner. I've got a number 3. It says Mendelson. I'm not sure if that is Sam Mendelson, number 33, but we'll have to find that out. Cross rink pass goes to number 42, Kaib, unable to control on. Boy, be careful here. Excellent play by DeGangi as he skates back to thwart off a 2-on-1. Play becomes chippy here in the neutral ice zone. Banked back in the corner where Eric Surma will bank it back to Kaib. And he'll lead the rush as he'll put it right on the tape of James Klein, and he'll rag it into the corner, and a beautiful centering pass goes by the mark of DeGangi. Wide angle shot goes wide by Joyce. Banked around the corner, and it's going to be kept in by Bogart. Helped out by Sersosimo. Good play by Joyce as he'll dig it out. A centering pass to Sersosimo. Shot on by Joyce goes high and wide. 1 minute to play here in the second. Nifty little move there by number 46. Double for the Butler Tornadoes, and they'll shoot at the length of the ice. Icing will be called, and we'll do it all over again to the right of goaltender O'Donnell with 51 seconds to go here in the second. Your score 3-3. Joyce is going to get waved out of the face-off circle where 42 Kaib will come in to take the draw, controlled neatly by Butler. Backed around the corner by number 72 Gepfert. Taken by number 4 Wellner. Banked into the corner. It's going to be played by number 72 of the Panthers, Schneid. Picked up by Kaib here with 26 seconds to go, and he's going to lead a rush back 3-on-3. Oh, what a play by Kaib as he keeps himself on side. Neat little pass to the corner, back to Kaib, and a power move, and he's going to lose his edge. 12 seconds to go here in the second, and that's probably going to do it here. One last rush, but with 3 to go, that's probably going to do it. And the exciting second period will come to an end. And Butler having the better of the play with the last 6 minutes as the Panthers found themselves shorthanded with 3 late penalties in the second. But a very entertaining and quick-moving, exciting game. And Butler has brought their A game to give it to the Panthers. So we're going to let them cut the ice. We have 15 minutes of play, and we'll be back for exciting third period action here in a moment. And we are back with third period action. 15 minutes remain in a Beautiful, played exciting hockey game actually. This Butler team has certainly come to play here, and the score is 3-3. Panthers have enjoyed a 2-0 lead, a 2-1, 3-1, and then Butler has come back to answer the last 2 goals to tie it at 3. Panthers flanked with 2 suspensions from 2006-07 season and 2 injuries, especially to our #1 goaltender Max DeRora, again out with a left hamstring injury, and he could be out for another week or 2. Panthers need to answer here quickly, and that shot is going to be right on and deflected into the meshing, and we'll have a stop and play. And with 14:42 to go here in the third, the score is 3-3. Panthers will send out James Joyce, and the clock is running here. 14:25, so they ran off basically 35 seconds here. Faceoff is controlled by Butler. It comes around the corner, and it's going to be picked up by number 3, Master. Deflected back to the neutral ice zone where number 56, Schultz, will play it. Comes back to number 9, James Joyce. He'll rag it for DeGangi and over to Sarma. DeGangi will take a power move of his own. He's got Sersosimo trailing. Picks it up into the corner. Number 19, a familiar face, James DeGangi, and he's only a junior, and he tries to jam it home. And a quick whistle again here. DeGangi with a power move of his own and unable to get it home, and Sersosimo was right on the doorstep as well. But we will have a stop and play and a face-off to the left of goaltender number 13, O'Donnell. Face-off taken and controlled neatly by number 82, McKelvey, kept in at the point by Schneiders. Good play by Bourgeois, and he's going to give up the body to keep it in. And right back to center, controlled again by number 55, Lewis. And I was right. They had number 3 on the roster, Sam Mendelson. Shot on, score. And I was unable to see. I was looking down at the roster, not sure who scored, but the Panthers are going to get the tally. And I was right, talking about number 3 on our roster was Mendelson, but he is indeed number 33. And the Panthers are going to get a big-time goal here. Goal has not been posted. Unfortunately, we don't have the audio working over on the desk there, but the Panthers indeed are going to take the 4-3 lead at the 13:05 mark. Who scored that? Looks like McKelvey is going to get the tally here. Number 82, McKelvey, crashing the goal, and he'll get his first of the season. He'll be picked right back up on the tape of McKelvey. He's got Gralty trailing. Centering pass goes by the mark. Good play by McKelvey, and he's going to lose his edge. Checked into the corner. Oh, and giving him the business. Little extracurricular here, and they're going to probably get them both. A little bit of frustration in the corner here as he was working them over, and indeed they will. Indeed they will get them both. Probably a 2-minute minor for roughing. And that will not affect the play on the ice, as it should still be 5-on-5. With 12:47 to go here in the third, Panthers enjoy a 4-3 lead. Faceoff will be taken by number 9, Joyce. And I'm going to battle with that all year long. James Klein and James Joyce, you do the math. Taken by number 9, Joyce. Oh, and a heavy high hit there. Nothing called. Going to be picked up by Mendelson, and he'll bank that back into the corner. Oh, he picks it up. A loose puck shot on to blocker save neatly by O'Donnell. Going to be taken back to center here and will be picked up in the corner by number 81, Bogart. Oh, heavy hitting here again, and boy, we've got another hooking call here. And another penalty is going to be flagged. We've got a hooking call here on number 33, Mendelson. And once again, Butler will be on the power play for the next 2 minutes at the 12:11 mark. Faceoff controlled by the Panthers. Oh, a dangerous pass by DeGangi right through the center ice slot, and a good play to keep that out of the zone. Deflected in front. He's loose. And a shot's going to go in, but no goal. I think the whistle had blown, and a beautiful little wraparound by the Butler forward. But I think the whistle indeed had blown. And the Butler fans a little unhappy here, but indeed the whistle had blown at the 11:57 mark, and we'll do it all over again. Butler still has 1:45 to go in their man advantage. And a neat play by Joyce as he picked a pocket of the Butler forward. And they'll skate right back. 3-on-2 where Pennington will take it, looking for Wolf. Takes it into the corner. Little saucer pass right on the tape and cleared the zone. And boy, a beautiful try there by number 41 Pennington, Zachary Pennington, as he looked for number 46 double as he was streaking down the zone. Back to center and a neat play by Eric Sermon. He's going to bank it back down deep where Bourgeois ties it up with the defense. Little sense of urgency here on the coaching staff here of Butler, and a slow-moving play develops, and a good play by Bourgeois, and he banks it back home. A little bit of sloppy play in the defensive zone here for Butler, and they're going to lead it back. Finally going to be picked up by Master, and he's going to try to take it back 3-on-2. Good shot on, blocker save, and a rebound once again. John comes right back out in front, and a good play by the defense to clear the zone. Right into the slot from 10. Oh, nifty save by Estrick as he had him point blank from 15. And a game-saving save there by goaltender number 21, Estrick. Back to the point, a shot on. Oh, and a nifty glove save. And you'd have to be here to believe those two saves, John. 7 seconds to go in the power play, and Estrick comes up big in two separate situations. 7 seconds to go here in the man advantage. Panthers enjoy a 1-goal lead. Faceoff taken and controlled by Upper St. Clair, and that should do it. 3 to go here in the man advantage. Taken by DeGangi, and he's going to lead the rush out of the zone. Back to skating 5-on-5. DeGangi with a shot's going to go high and wide off the glass, and you can hear that all the way up here on our new high-definition microphone. And it looks like we might have another penalty here, a holding call. And once again, the Panthers find themselves digging a deep hole. Number 42, Kibe's going to get the gate 2 for holding. And the Panthers once again will be shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. .9:53 to go here in the third. Panthers enjoy a 4-3 lead, but they find themselves shorthanded here. And we've got an equipment situation with number 9, James Joyce. And I'm not sure if it's for the mouthpiece or what they're looking for. Probably a mouthpiece. A lot of these players sometimes don't like to skate with these things, and they're going to usher him off, and we have a timeout here. Timeout by Butler, and they're going to rest the troops with 9:53 to go. An interesting timeout, John. Usually you save those for the last minute or two when you want to pull the goaltender, especially in a one-goal game. So I'm not sure the strategy here, but they must realize the importance of this two-man advantage. And to Butler's credit, I believe 2 of their 3 goals have come indeed on the power play, and they have struck very quickly on the 2 goals that they have scored on the power play. Yeah, the coaching staff no more with the fancy suits and the best dressed John Harford. I believe he is coaching W&J this year. So best of luck to John, and I'm sure we will have a day or two at Jay's watching the W&J hockey down at South Point. Quite a nice venue if you go down there. A very nice rink. They used to have 2 sheets of ice, and I believe they have a soccer or lacrosse field on the other, and that seems to be the big sport these days. And a little bit less maintenance, if you will, on a AstroTurf soccer and lacrosse field. 9:39 to go here in the third. Faceoff controlled by the Panthers. Good play by Surma as he'll keep it in the zone. Power play advantage down to 1:34 here for Butler. Taken back into the corner where Hill heads up, and an errant pass here comes by the mark. And McKelvey's going to streak for it, and he's going to go to the backhand, and he's pulled off the play. Neat play there by number 46, Double. Taken back where Pennington is unable to control, and Bogart will beat him to the puck in the left corner. Going to be helped out by Joyce. 1:03 to go here in the man advantage. Dug out neatly by Butler, back to the point where Double will take it. Give and go, back a wrister shot is going to go wide. Picked up again by Pennington, assistant captain in the corner. He looks for a centering pass, back shot on. Hits the pipe, and a good save off the rebound. And Esherick, John, has certainly looked sharp here in the last 4 minutes of play. And another big-time save by fill-in goaltender, number 21, defenseman, donning the goal pads, Esherick. Play comes around the corner where the Panthers are unable to clear the zone, and finally going to be banked back to center. Double's going to leave it for number 27, captain. David Wolf. Finally going to be picked up by Double, and he'll take it behind goaltender number 13, O'Donnell. Outlet pass by Gophert, looks for Pennington. Going to be controlled by Double. A wrister is going to go wide. 8 seconds to go in the man advantage. Back to the point where Gophert's going to take it to the point, and unable to keep it in is Double, and he'll have to regroup, and that'll do it. Back to skating 5-on-5. And a nifty move here by Gophert, back to Double. And a breakaway situation. And here comes Gralty, and he's got Kibe trailing. Unable to control, right back to the point, shot on. Just goes wide. And a golden opportunity for the Panthers to take a commanding lead here. And Gralty took it in deep and kind of lost his edge, but Kibe was there for the rebound, and a quality shot just whistled wide. And Butler dodges a huge bullet at the tail end of their man advantage. Bechtel's going to bank it back to the defense where number 72 will give and go for Bechtel as Gophert gives it back to Bechtel. Picked up by Kibe. Right on the tape of Sir Sosimo. Nifty give and go. Shot on from Mendelson in the corner, and a nice save by O'Donnell. Back to the point where it's going to be dunked in by number 72, Schneid. Taken around the corner. Finally, Pennington's going to rag it back to center. And will be guilty of icing. And we'll have a stop and play with 6:42 to go here in the third. Panthers 4, Tornadoes 3. Face-off controlled neatly by the Panthers, and Sneeders are going to drive it down deep. Back loose, oh boy. And Joyce with a golden opportunity as the goaltender had lost his blade, and he was unable to cash in from 5. And Butler is right back here on the attack. And I've got to tell you, I'm very impressed with the speed and the play of the Butler Tornadoes here. Severely undermanned with a 12-man roster. But it certainly has not affected their play for the 45 minutes, and they've played very hard here in the third period. Right back to number 9, Joyce, and he's going to rag it. Shot on, score! Way too easy, and a wrister from 20, and Klein tickles the twine. Joyce will tickle it with his second goal also of the evening, number 9, James Joyce. And James Klein with 2 goals each tonight. And that's a big-time goal here, John. At the 5:58 mark, the Panthers enjoy now a 2-goal lead. And a nifty little move as he ragged it back and forth and wristed it from 20. And Joyce will get his second tally of the evening. Oh, a big-time goal. The old math major skills come out. Boy, at 4-3. The next goal is so crucial. Again, a 2-goal deficit now with 5:32 to play here in the third. Panthers enjoy a 5-3 lead. McKelvey's going to try a mini break, and a good play by O'Donnell as he'll step outside his crease. Going to be picked right up by Gralty, and here's a 2-on-1 develops. Shot on by Gralty. Oh, big save, comes right on in front. O'Donnell watched his angles very well. Gralty's going to change up, and Sir Sosimo will step on the ice. Back to center, and an errant pass will come by the mark where DeGangi will corral the play. Back to center for Sir Sosimo, and he cherry picks the Butler player, and he wheels and deals and rams it in the corner for McKelvey. Big time check. Panthers trying to keep the fresh troops out as they change 3 players on the fly. 4:35 to go here in the third. Shot on from Sir Sosimo, and a neat save by O'Donnell. Kicked into the corner. Still picked up by the Panthers. Kaib on a backhanded shot. Oh, and who was that masked man with a quick glove save? And O'Donnell says no. And we'll have a face-off in the attack zone for the Panthers with 4:23 to play here in the third. Face-off controlled by the Panthers, and Joyce with another nifty shot. And O'Donnell gets that quick paw out. And we'll do it all again to the right of O'Donnell. Nothing better than a quick glove hand by a goaltender. Taken by Master, and he's going to come in. Oh, he takes a big move of his own, and a big-time save there in front by number 72 for the Panthers, Schneid. Shot on, score, and Joyce is going to get the HT, folks. And ladies and gentlemen, now we can relax. Big-time goal by James Joyce as he's going to get the last 2 tallies here in the third. The hat trick on the evening. And it was way too easy, and the Panthers now enjoy a 3-goal lead. Taken by number 55, Lewis. Boy, the Panthers smell blood here, and they've just come to life here, John, in the last 8 minutes of play here in the third. and dodged a couple big-time bullets with killing a two-man disadvantage in the second and two shorthanded situations here in the third, and the Panthers have come to life with three quick goals in the last 3 minutes. Bourgeois takes a heavy hit in the corner but stays on the play, taking around the corner where Gralty will look to play it in the corner, and that comes off his blade, going to be picked up by number 51 Bechtel. He takes it end to end, and he looks a centering pass, and he's going to have his pocket picked, and a good play by Lewis, and he'll ram it down deep, and he'll change up on the play. McKelvey again, just tremendous skating skills here. Back to Bourgeois in front, backhanded shot, and penalties coming up, and it looks like the Panthers indeed will have a power play here of their own as a hooking call, and again probably a good penalty there, as Bourgeois had basically an alley to go towards O'Donnell, and the Butler player deemed to hook him, and sometimes those are good penalties. Number 72 for the Tornadoes, Gepfert, will get the gate, and the Panthers, with 2:53 here to go in the third, will enjoy a power play of their own for the next 2 minutes. Here's a 2-on-1 breaking back. Master with a shot, and a good save again by Eschrick, and boy has he come to play here in the third. Master all over the ice here as Kaiba will avoid a check. He's going to take a big move and a wheel and deal, and back to the point comes to Gralty. Panthers again enjoy a 1 minute and 30-second remaining here in their man advantage. Back to the point where Sersosimo will corral it, but unable to control, and that'll come back to center, where he throws it over to number 19, DeGangi. Play comes around the corner where Sersosimo picks it up right in the slot, shot on, and what a glove save. And boy, I tell you, when you test O'Donnell on the glove, he's quick to react. And a big time save from 10 feet right in the slot, and a beautiful shot by Sersosimo, but a better save by O'Donnell. Looks like the Panthers are going to get a penalty here. Number 42, Kaib, will get his second penalty of the evening. So we will skate 4-on-4 for the next minute and 9 seconds. And then the Tornadoes will have a power play of their own for 51 seconds. 1:53 to go here in the third. Skating 4-on-4. Panthers with a commanding 6-3 lead, but don't let the score dictate the play. This was a very, very tough, highly contested game, and the Panthers have broken it open here in the last 5 minutes of the third period. And the goaltender is getting pulled, and in favor of an extra attacker, and a dangerous move deep in their zone. Usually want to see the offense control the play, and boy, they took a gamble here deep in their zone. And it looks like we're going to have a slashing call here, but an interesting decision by Butler to pull the goaltender literally 5 feet from the net, in an interesting situation. Actually, it could have been a delayed penalty. Maybe that's why they decided to pull the goalie. But yeah, indeed it was. Bourgeois with 2 minutes to play here. And boy, sometimes though, you have to be careful, because if your own player deflects it into an open net, that indeed would be a goal. But the Butler players will have a one-man advantage here, and will shortly now have a two-man advantage for the next 50 seconds. 50 seconds to go here in the third, where the Panthers are shorthanded by 2. And this is the third time in the game the Panthers have been shorthanded by 2 players. Back to the point, a drive is going to be deflected in front by Joyce. And a big-time night scoring for James Joyce, number 9. Play is loose in front and finally going to be corralled by Joyce, and he'll lead the rush back, looking for his 4th of the evening. Shot on in a wide angle and a nice chest save there by O'Donnell. 14 seconds to go. Play comes back to center where Double will try to corral it. He's unable to control. Back to the point where Lutheran, a shot on, is going to go high and wide, and that'll do it. And your final score here in a beautifully contested game by both parties. Butler brought their A game, and the Panthers were just too much to handle in the 3rd period. And your final score, Upper St. Clair 6 and the Butler Tornadoes 3. So an exciting start to the 2007-2008 season. Brought to you on Channel 7, Cable Channel 7 from our high-definition TV. And a beautiful game here by the Panthers. A special thanks again to John Sarabella for providing his camera services. Always a pleasure to come back. Great game tonight. I think the 3 stars have to go out to James Joyce, number 1 star with 3 goals. And number 11, James Klein, had 2 tallies. Actually got the first 2 on the game to get us started. And you have to throw in a star to the goaltender, number 21, Eschrick, who put his services on defense and came into the goal and had a stellar, absolutely stellar 3rd period of play. So the Panthers start off the 2007-2008 season with a victory. And 6-3 will be the final score. And a well-played game by both teams. So for John Sarabella, I'm Kurt Carruth, welcoming back to the 2007-08 season here on the Panthers Television Network, and we'll see you next time. Good night, everybody. Is he trying to get in the picture?